English, no oil, olives don't mix, but the abstract thought of putting those two words together has enlightened me to create a channel to discuss various topics. And on today's video, I want to talk about the tragic event that happened today with the Baltimore Bridge. Now, for this tragic event that happened in Maryland with the Baltimore Bridge, made me think about what if that would have happened in the Memphis, Tennessee area. So I want to briefly go over both of the bridges that we have here, show you a little bit of video and pictures that I've taken myself of both of the bridges, and just kind of share my thoughts on what the future could probably hold, at least for here in the Memphis, Tennessee, and West Memphis, Arkansas area. Now, one of the first things is when you're looking at the I-55 bridge, which right now is currently closed as of today's date, and it should have been reopening this week due to some construction that they're working on, trying to get that some things worked out. And that bridge opened up in about 1940. Memphians and Arkansans who know of the bridge, you're going to hear them reference the term Old Bridge. So if you hear me say that, I'm talking about the I-55 bridge itself. And the bridge itself looks just like this is what we have on the picture. If you're going underneath and you're looking, or whether you're on the bike trail, multi-million-dollar bike trail that they're building, this is the portion of the old bridge here. And you can look at the architecture behind it and tell this was definitely built more for a highway traffic, not for more like interstate traffic. But when the northbound bridge, which is the I-40 bridge, when that one is closed or work is being done, traffic is diverted to this bridge. A little bit of video underneath the I-40 bridge here. You can see it's a little bit more up-to-date structure. And of course, this is looking from the Arkansas side, looking over eastbound into the Tennessee side, as you can see. And some people go down there fishing, things of that nature. But I bring these two up because when you're looking at both bridges, the I-55 bridge and the I-40 bridge, there has been some closures over the course of years that have occurred. When you're thinking about back in May of 2021, the I-55 bridge was closed due to some construction that was going on, of course, which made traffic a little bit hectic on the new bridge itself. And this bridge definitely is on the National Historic List as well. At least back in 2016, they had about 62,355 cars, at least daily, that will go across this bridge alone. And that's not even counting the traffic that goes over on the new bridge. Now, when we flip over and start talking about the I-40 bridge, this bridge was closed down within the last few years because there was a cracked beam that was someone had saw that, dispatched it in, and that bridge had to, of course, become shut down. That bridge has 3 lanes going westbound, 3 lanes going eastbound, so there's a little bit more traffic that can go across. And on this particular bridge, along when it closed down, had to divert traffic over to the old bridge, is what I was showing you pictures of a second ago. And this is a little bit at night of what it looks like on the Memphis bridge, is what we call it sometimes too, or the new bridge, depending on there's like Grizzlies games and things like that going on. The lights, of course, change colors and stuff like that on the bridge itself. This is another video that I took on the way home one day because it was like totally backed up onto the bridge itself. But what makes me bring this up, people, is when you, because of the incident that happened today with the Baltimore Bridge, Memphis and Arkansas, when you're looking at the old bridge right now, they're trying to redo the roads and things on the Tennessee side to make traffic flow a little bit more smoothly. And who's to say if something happened to one of these two bridges here in the area, which will be catastrophic for travelers both in Arkansas, Tennessee, and people who are coming down to this way. Now, we've already experienced closures on both of these bridges, and we see the impact that it has, of course, on inter and interstate commerce, as well as also for the locals that live here in the region, and travelers and logistical operations that go back and forth across the bridge each day. Imagine what would happen to the infrastructure if something like that happened here. That would not be a good thing. I mean, even just like I said, just looking at just the bridge itself and the way that things are like here, it definitely would not be a good thing here in the area. Now, I want you to keep something in mind. If you ever travel through the Memphis area and you see how the bridges are made and where they are, you'll definitely understand where I'm coming from with that. Now, this was an old article that I found online too when the bridge first opened, first the old bridge and what they was put like in the paper. And you can see some of, of course, this is like very old here, but the way that because of what happened in Baltimore is now making the Tennessee Department of Transportation think about what if they just go ahead and start building a third bridge here in the area. Will that help out the Memphians and Arkansans in terms of being able to travel back and forth across? What impact will that have on commerce and things that are going on across both states? Because this particular area here in the Delta, you have Arkansas, Tennessee, and Mississippi. You can travel through all three of those states within a 15-minute window. And so, with the issues that we've had in the past, I think that today's tragic incident that happened in Baltimore, I think it's definitely opened up the eyes of people here in the region to really start putting their hats on and to start thinking about a new bridge to go across between Arkansas and Tennessee, not only just for the locals here, but also for all the commerce and things that happen down south. Because this is basically like the gateway to the south. Unless you're driving up to Dyersburg, Tennessee, or down to West Helena, those bridges are not getting the traffic as what we're getting here. And there are hundreds of bridges that cross the Mississippi. If you're looking between Louisiana all the way up north, there's hundreds of bridges, but this one particular, um, you have three states right there and so much business that happens across and the borders that go underneath as well. So definitely share your comments and thoughts below, people. I'm definitely going to have to do another video and take some more drone footage of this, but I think it's definitely opening up the eyes of people locally here and politicians and things to really consider a third bridge. So like, listen, subscribe to the channel, oilolive.com. Look forward to bringing more content to you soon.